You may believe you are showing love when you touch your cat, but what if I told you there is a type of touch your cat may never forgive? A gesture that seems harmless, quick, or even necessary to you, but to your feline may feel like a real betrayal. For a cat, touch is not just physical contact. Touch can mean safety, affection, and connection, but it can also mean invasion, threat, and loss of control. And the most dangerous detail is that many owners do this without even realizing it. They think they are correcting, teaching, helping, or simply playing, when in reality, they may be teaching their cat a completely different message. Near me, you are not completely safe. What you are about to discover can change the way you interact with your cat. And if this mistake is not corrected, it can lead to consequences you may not expect. A more fearful cat, a more distant cat, or even a cat that once accepted affection but now runs away when you approach. We need to understand that a cat's trust is not automatic. It is not guaranteed because you feed them, change their water, or share your home with them. A cat's trust is built little by little, in small moments, in quiet repetitions, every time they approach and realize that nothing bad happens. And unfortunately, that trust can be very easy to break. Cats are masters of subtlety. They can hide signs of stress or pain, and what we often interpret as bad mood, stubbornness, or drama may actually be emotional responses to fear, anxiety, frustration, discomfort, or boredom. This means that when your cat moves away after being touched, crouches down, flattens their ears, moves their tail tensely, or simply avoids coming close to you for a while, they may be communicating something you did not notice. Maybe that petting went too far. Maybe that lap time was forced. Maybe that touch happened at a moment they did not want interaction. Every touch, every attempt to pick them up, every hand that suddenly reaches towards them is being processed in a way we often fail to understand. To us, it may be just a normal gesture. To them, it may be a test of safety. The relationship between cats and humans is complex and different from other species. Many cats may see their caregivers as a source of comfort, but that doesn't mean they relate to humans the same way dogs do. The feline bond is more independent, based on coexistence, predictability, and respect for space. Your cat may like you, seek your presence, sleep nearby, follow you around the house, and even ask for affection, but that doesn't mean they accept any kind of contact at any moment in any way you want. Their trust is connected to how much they feel control during interactions. When a cat approaches by choice, smells your hand, rubs against you, or lies down nearby, they are choosing to enter that moment. But when you interrupt that choice, surprise them, hold them when they don't want it, force contact, or ignore signs of discomfort, the relationship changes tone. What used to be trust becomes alertness. And this is where many owners make mistakes without realizing it. They think, but it's my cat, I just wanted to show affection. But in feline logic, it's not about ownership, it's about permission. It's not about how much you love your cat, it's about how your cat feels when they are in your hands. Punishing a cat directly, whether by yelling, hitting, spraying water, pushing, holding them by force, giving little taps, or scaring them, can be extremely harmful. These behaviors, often seen as attempts to teach or correct, are interpreted by your cat as direct threats. They don't understand the intention behind your action. They don't think, my owner is trying to teach me a rule. What they feel is much simpler and much stronger: invasion, loss of control, and fear. And when fear enters touch, touch stops being affection. A cat that is pushed away, held by force, scared with water, or touched roughly may begin to associate their owner's hand with something unpredictable. And that association is dangerous because the hand that should bring safety becomes something that can trap, scare, or hurt. This is the key to broken trust: any touch that makes your cat feel trapped or unable to escape. The touch your cat may never forgive, the one that truly gets it wrong and shakes the foundation of your relationship, is any touch they perceive as punishment or forced invasion. It's not only about where you touch them, it's about intention, context, and their reaction. Holding your cat by force to give medicine, pushing them from one place to another, pulling them when they try to escape, or even a small tap that seems light to you but feels startling or uncomfortable to them can be registered as a threat to their safety and autonomy. These actions don't only create fear and stress, they teach your cat that you, the person who should be their source of comfort, can also be unpredictable. The secret to maintaining trust is always giving your cat the option to leave the interaction. Let them approach. Watch whether they want to continue. Notice when their body becomes tense, when the tail starts moving sharply, when their ears change position, or when they try to move away. When you respect that limit, you teach safety. When you ignore it, you teach distrust. That's how good intentions can become a threat. And that's how, without realizing it, you may fail in the language of feline touch. Have you ever been in one of these situations without knowing you were damaging your cat's trust? Share your experience in the comments. And if you want to understand the signs, behaviors, and secrets your cat tries to show you every day, subscribe to Desvendando Gatos, leave a like, and keep watching the next videos.